because I feel like that's the one point. Like I feel like everybody skated over the fact that, and I guess because the friends are not the one that's on the post, so it's kind of hard to like hold them accountable. They're not even here. Like you're the one that made the post, and you blocked them, right? So it's just like,
but also like we don't know. Like, is this a multiple time? Like, has this happened before?
Right.
And I've told you multiple times. Like, hey, I need you in this.
Story.
You know what I mean?
I assume. Oh, that's good. That's good. One more time. Because growing up in church, I used to think that, you know, if you were in church, like you went to church every Sunday, like you were saved for real, like you didn't do nothing. So I was just like, I got to be like these people. And I remember being in the car with somebody who I just thought was super holy, and then they cussed. It was like, shit. And I was like, oh, y'all be cussing sometimes too. And that's where the shirts came from.
I need one.
Because, I mean, deeper than that, I mean, like, you know, we sometimes put people on this big pedestal and all of that stuff. And then it's like people expect us to be perfect.
Nobody's perfect. I gotta work it.
Nobody's perfect like G.O.D. Nobody can love me like G.O.D. made for me.
G.O.D.
What in the
made
chorus?
For me. You were made for me. There it is.
See, I don't have no cool glasses, so I can't wear no. Like, I just wear regular glasses.
Oh, I got these at Aldo in Sacramento.
Oh.
Oh, this look like
Those
It's giving buffs.
Yeah, those are the same ones from last time.
They not.
What are those? Those are Aldos.
Aldi's.
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 Woo.
Yeah.
I just got off a plane, y'all. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording, so you know how
I just got off of a plane, but I am committed to the vision.
Yeah.
And we in this mug.
Give it up for Kevin, everybody.
Give it up for Kevin. Kevin just got off a tour, bro.
Literal
he just
tour.
Was in Sacramento, California.
For a long time.
For a long time. He was there. Got flued out, and they flew him back. Flew him directly to the house so we could record.
Directly.
So we could record episode 10 of the Dream Lab podcast.
Oh my God. Is this the end of the season?
This is season finale of the Dream Lab podcast.
I'm gonna cry.
Make some noise, niggas. Yeah. That's that.
Dang,
wait, do it again.
Yeah.
Listen, thank y'all so much for like sticking with us like a whole season.
Yes.
A whole season of the Dream Lab podcast. Like, I'd be irritated with myself, and y'all have listened to me talk for this is the 10th week. That's crazy. Like, listen to us.
Crazy.
Give us our give our different perspective on stuff, and y'all been rocking with us, so thank you so much.
Yes.
More seasons are coming. This is just the beginning. I'm so excited about what's to come.
I feel like this was really the pilot.
Yeah.
I think all 10 episodes is the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's dope that y'all have stuck with us, because again, we're all trying to, like Draylon said, well, he didn't say it, but y'all are adjusting with us. We're all adjusting in life. The last 10 episodes or 10 weeks for all of us have been really good. Like, we've learned a lot. We've talked through a lot. I think the podcast has helped me every week that I've been here.
Honestly.
Facts.
To conquer life every week. And you guys are giving us an opportunity in a safe space to grow and understand more and more who we are, and we're able to be comfortable being ourselves.
Yeah.
So shout out to our what's our fans
Our
name?
dreamers.
So I like dreamers because I mean it's the Dream Lab and we dreaming, and today's episode we actually gonna get more into that. So
Yeah.
So I think this is actually we can just officially just stamp it. We've been kind of like kind of playing around with the name on the episodes, but that's cool. The community is the dreamers.
Let's go.
It's the Dream Lab community, aka the dreamers. You're dreamers because I mean. I hope that you got a dream. I hope you got a vision. I hope you got a goal. You know, without the vision, you know what happened to them people?
Perish.
Dead.
Gone.
Yeah.
Hasta la vida. Así que ahora. Bam. Así que ahora. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, that's good. That's good. One more time.
Y'all, we was saying.
No,
You can't just
you
stop
can't.
and
You
just-
can't just do
what?
Telemundo and just move on, nigga.
Y'all know
You
that's
gotta-
from the movie Selena.
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't automatically think of that, but now that you say it,
You
I
never
really-
watched Selena?
No.
Oh,
man.
Ratatouille.
I
We're
thought
back
it
on Ratatouille.
A telenovela.
You never seen Selena?
No.
I think you would actually like that.
So you know what? I think they had us watch it in like one of our music classes
Got you.
in high school, but I didn't pay attention. It was like
Go back and watch it.
Yeah.
it's so many movies. Like that's probably
That's
number 87 for
Yeah,
me.
it's
Gotcha.
a lot of movies that he needs to watch. Have you watched any of them?
No, it's hard for me to sit and watch movies
Okay.
I can respect that.
because I'm doing you know, like with the podcast and all that stuff. Like a lot of times, I'd rather just watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, he's kind of
Yeah,
rubbed off on
I'm
me
a
with that
YouTube
too.
nerd. Like I'm watching interviews, I'm watching how tos, all of that stuff. Like that's kind of like my free time.
I'll allow it.
I love that.
Thanks, I
It's
appreciate
definitely
it.
something different. Because when I was come over here to visit, I was like, what we watching? I'm like, oh, we watching a podcast. And I found myself sitting there looking like, oh, this is actually better than television.
Yeah.
Literally, and it's free. Like shout out to
Yeah.
all of the podcasters, like people who have just over the years who have been doing podcasts. Like it's so inspiring to see people just like go for it, set up in their own house, just like how I'm doing, and then years later now they on tour with their podcast. Like it's crazy, and to put that on a platform for free for people to watch every week, like. I know one of my biggest influences, and it's crazy that I'm wearing this is his T-shirt, Kevin on Stage. So we got this when we went to go see his stand-up show, I think last year.
Dope, I
But
love that.
but when he started his podcast, like it was around pandemic time. Elise and I would just sit and watch, and I was like, I love the fact that he is himself, and
Yeah.
can just chop it up and crack jokes and talk about current events or just talk about serious stuff if we want to. And just it led me to watching other podcasts, and I'm just like, bro, like I'm gonna do it. Like I like it. Like this seems like something that I would want to do. I don't know exactly how it's going to pan out, which kind of gets me to today's episode, really just kind of talking about that dream, right? That
Yes.
that dream, not giving up on that dream or whatever that thing is that you want to do. Because I mean it's a lot of things that could deter you, and make you not even want to do it anymore.
Could write a
Like
book on that.
because even before starting a podcast, like people was like, "Oh, podcasts isn't lucrative," and everybody is starting a podcast, and it's just like I decided that I'm not going to not do something because somebody else doesn't think it's a good idea.
Right.
If I don't think it's a good idea, then I ain't gonna do it. But I don't think that's a good idea. But I think it is. And so
We'll
yeah,
give
here
it
we
a
are.
try.
Yeah, we're giving it more than a try because we're doing it.
Yeah, we are.
We've literally like this is episode 10. We've literally like
Done it.
completed. We did a full season where some people didn't even finish the season. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and no shade to them, but I mean, some people, this isn't an easy task. Like, after episode like 4, I was tired of setting up these lights and these.
Really?
Today I was moving so slow setting this stuff up, but I feel like Asia talked about it in the episode. Shout out to Asia who just
Woo!
shouted out on Tabitha Brown YouTube
That's
and
our
Instagram
girl,
and all that.
y'all.
We'll talk about that in a
Yay.
second. But Asia was talking about she said even when you like it feels like it's just a lot, just if you push through that, then you're really going to find yourself really like moving. You'll start to see some momentum, but you just got to get over that hump. And like in the beginning it's cool because I got a podcast, but like a couple episodes in, when the hype isn't there anymore, do you continue? Do you stick with it? Do you still give the same amount of energy and zeal? Do you still prepare? Do you still do all of these things that you were doing in episode 1, 2, and 3? Now that we're in episode 9 and 10, right? And so I was like, I'm gonna change up the lights. I'm gonna make sure that I have my points kind of. I kept telling myself, hey, like look at what you're doing, assess and figure out how you can become better, because if not, you're gonna get stagnant and you're gonna get tired of doing it. And something that started off as something that you really wanted to do is now it just kind of feels like it's a chore,
Got you.
and I didn't want that. So
Well, can we commend you though for the consistency?
go
of
ahead,
10
send all your
weeks? Like,
commitments. That's fine.
seriously.
Go ahead.
To know
I
your
think it's really
commitments.
no. I think it's really dope because even in days when you may have not felt good or I may have been tired or something was always going out. Something was always being done. It's a level of consistency that I think that we've being able to support you within the last 10 weeks. And for me, I think it's dope that you've invited us into your world as far as starting this and letting us be like the supporting cast of your vision, which we've embraced as our baby as well. But it's like, you've really let us into your space. I didn't know a lot about podcasting. I only knew about the stuff that you opened me up to as far as YouTube and stuff, but to actually be a part of your vision. And again, like I said, us taking it as our baby as well to help you cultivate it is super duper dope.
Yeah. Don't
So
take it
thank you
lightly.
for letting us in.
Well, thank
Like,
y'all
seriously.
for accepting the invitation and dealing with those hard church chairs for the first couple episodes.
Are you crazy?
And now we got a couch that's not the most comfortable, but it's better than church
No,
chairs.
it's comfortable.
I just be sitting down too hard.
Yeah. So one thing you're gonna
Are you
notice,
crazy?
like if you don't know, we record this at my house in the office, and you know we do it ourselves. Everything is set up. You know, we do the edits and all of that stuff, and I found like I talked about this before. I love doing this stuff, and so I just want to make sure that kind of stays. That my love for it, like that I don't get so technical that
Got
you
you.
fall out of love with it. John
We're going
Lavelle-
to make sure.
John Lavelle made a post about that. I feel like he was talking about music. Like, was it John Lavelle? I feel like it was John Lavelle.
Probably.
Bass player. He was talking about like how like, you know, did you ever feel like music, like did it get to a point where it was like a chore? Or I'm sure I'm paraphrasing, and he may not have been the musician who said it. I don't know, but I feel like, or maybe he shared it, whatever. But it was just like, no, I get that. Like, you probably with singing, like, does it get to a point where it's a chore? Like, how do you keep it to where it's like, I keep this love for it? Because, and I know we can be like, oh, well, we keep God in the center of it, but it's just like on the mechanical side, on the physical
Right.
side, like, how do you not burn out? Even though you putting all your energy into it, how are you keeping that balance? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, and if any of y'all want to jump in, because I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily do with create ministry, singing, whatever. It could be job or makeup or whatever the case is. Like, how do you keep that? How do you keep that balance to keep that I guess fire burning? That sounds real like somebody.
Let it burn.
Right now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. Like, cause I'm kind of in that space now. I'm in that space now where I feel like I need like either a recharge or a break to re-fall in love with it.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Cause I just feel like my gift previously, before getting to this new space of understanding certain things about myself and my own personal boundaries, I don't know. I think sometimes my gift was used as a coping mechanism for things. Like I was able to hide behind the microphone.
Yeah.
But now that I'm like walking into a different level of truth and understanding myself and where I want to go in God, I get a little frustrated with myself for tolerating certain things. So I've been feeling like I want to like pull away
Yeah.
to recalibrate everything musically before I like do anything else.
That makes a lot of sense, bro.
Yeah, it's like I really do need a break, but it's just weird. Cause it's like, it's the fear of, if I take a break, is the song going to be stale when it comes back? And when I come back, is this going to be wrong? Is this going to be this way? And it's like, well, no, like you'll probably get the right strategy. You'll probably get everything that you need if you just do it. But I always
Not
tell
probably.
people, I'll have everything that I need once I do it. Now that really just blessed me. I will have everything I need once I really settle down. But I always tell people, don't ever let the dream die. Because different situations, or sometimes, what's the word you just used?
I used a lot of them.
Not hiccups, it's another word. Detours, something.
Yeah.
Things may come that may hinder you from accomplishing and finishing what you started. But I always tell myself, or other people who may be going through, who have any type of gift, it may be hard right now, but don't let the dream die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's I don't know. I really can't take, because like you just said too, like keeping the spiritual aspect of it as well. It's sometimes it's not God that's draining me. Sometimes it's y'all.
No, for real.
Like it's the people.
The Bible says that he'll maketh you lie down.
Yeah.
for his namesake. Like he'll do it. Like you doing way too much. I'ma lay you down. That's why sometimes
Bill
we
Posey.
get sick. You see what I'm saying?
I had no choice.
He will allow it just to like get you to, hey bro, you doing way too much. I did not tell you that you were supposed to be doing 17 services.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't tell you that you were supposed to do 3 jobs. You took that upon yourself
Yeah.
because you felt like you had to be this macho man and make all of this money when I'm the one who provides.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But before I even go too far with that, Chrissy, I need you to go ahead and add your points, AM, PM.
Okay.
You know what that mean?
Nope.
You know what AM, PM mean?
I don't
mean,
either.
I know for the clock, like time.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dress, AM, PM.
I hate him.
But that dress is cute though. I told you
Thank
that.
you,
before.
period.
Yeah.
But
It's giving very much some melatonin Cruella.
melatonin Cruella.
I mean melanin.
That's why.
Now we put you to sleep. I gotta go. Sorry. This is why I need headphones. I couldn't hear myself.
Get the.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
This nigga said melatonin Cruella.
That's why I was like-
But the thing is, I knew what you meant. Chrissy, please go ahead, please.
Honestly, just to kind of piggyback off of what Kev was saying, I think that sometimes in order to, I guess, not allow the dream to die, sometimes you have to take a step back and recalibrate and recharge, because so many times we give more than what we have, I feel like. And sometimes, like you said, like we weren't meant to do 17 services, or we weren't meant to work 3 jobs, or we weren't meant to be in that situation. We weren't meant to go this way, but we did anyway. So sometimes God has to sit us down. Sometimes we have to kind of take a step back and reflect on why you love that dream, or why that dream is your dream again, and you have to fall in love with it. So I don't really got nothing new to say from that. That was my point. I got sat down from a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah, I feel you on
You
that.
know, because sometimes also like our dreams may not be like, maybe God has bigger for us. Maybe the dream that I have, God has so much more. And so sometimes he has to kind of like, okay, yeah, I get that you got that dream and I get that's what you want to do, but go this way, because actually I got more for you. You're going to get that and then some.
That's good.
So it's all about trusting. It's all about trusting.
sure.
Like if I still did, if I was doing the thing that I started doing, it would not be this. You know, I started dancing like Michael Jackson when I was 5.
And the nigga can still dance, by the way, but go ahead.
What?
That was so good. That was so.
I really don't like y'all for that. So no, but that's where I started at 5, right? And it's just like, I know that it's what I wanted to do, but then, you know, your passions change, and it's almost like you have to just trust the flow that you're in. Like that's God just moving you, and if you trust that, like he'll connect the dots. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like I don't dance like how I did. Like I can dance, but like I don't like how I used to. But when it moved to like music and all of that stuff, even though I'm not doing, you know, playing like in the jazz band like in school like I used to, or I have my group, but even with the gospel music, like I may want to go in this direction.
Yeah.
Now that if you just stay in that flow, God will connect all of those dots.
Yeah.
So now I know that even with this content in the podcast, like if we decide to do a live show, I can implement music, dance, skits, comedy, conversation, a sermon, like whatever I decide to do, I can do that. I can package it all together.
Yeah. 'Cause, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because sometimes as you evolve, your dream evolves as well with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like again, it just kind of, it grows and it changes and it
That's
manifests.
a good one.
I think that I think our dreams are a reflection of what we expose ourselves to. So I think that your dreams will be limited if you don't, like, how can you imagine something that you don't even necessarily know? Like, not saying that you have to see it exactly, but like, if I didn't know that billionaires exist, right? Like, unless I get around them, unless I know what's going on, then I can think like, oh, I could even do this. But like, it's even with technology, with this AI stuff, like as stuff comes out, now we're introduced to more options and more we're able to create more because we have more. You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
for sure.
So I encourage anybody, like, if it, you know, especially when it comes to that dream evolving, like, you got to evolve. You got to branch out. TD Jakes was saying, like, you won't know all of who you are staying in the same environment or something like that. I recently shared it on Facebook because I saw him in an interview, and I was just like, that makes a lot of sense. Like, that's why a lot of times people don't soar until they move out of state. So some people don't like soar until they you know, like, they change up it, you know, they friend circle or change up, they stop hanging with certain family because they bring them to a certain place that's not going to take, you know. So like, if you're going to evolve, you got to evolve.
True.
So
That evolve word keeps coming up, and I love it.
Yeah, it does.
because I didn't think like this, you know, last year or 2 years ago or whatever the case is. Like, we should want to.
Yeah, for sure.
We should want to. And so I want to share this with y'all. So I went to the gym, and I was getting ready to leave the gym. Well, I actually wasn't getting ready to leave the gym. Let me not lie. I don't like being in the gym with people. So that's another reason why I go early in the morning. I honestly just, it's my time with God. It's my time to think. It's my time to strategize. Sometimes it's my time just to kind of listen to music and not be interrupted, right? So I'm working out, and I see this guy walk past, and I'm like, I hope he's not about to walk in here. I hope he's not about to walk in here. He walks in there, and I'm like, dang. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to wrap this up. I had been in there for a little bit, so I'm like, all right, that's cool. I'll wrap it up. So he comes in. He's kind of talking to me. His name is Tom. He's an older white guy, and he's kind of talking to me. I can tell he doesn't go to the gym often. And he gets on the treadmill. He's just talking to me as I'm getting my stuff together, and, you know, I'm talking back with him. And I can just tell, like, he's just kind of like he seemed like he wasn't, like, I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say this. I'm going to come back to this point. So as I'm getting ready to leave, I say, you have a great day. And he says, oh, I'll try. And that just stopped me, because I was like, it's not like he said it in a joking manner, like, oh yeah, I'll try. He was just like, oh, I'll try. And I was like, do you look at life like this all the time? Like, is this how you move? Like, do you really think? That's why I made that post about commanding your day. And I don't know if I made that post before I met him or after, but it's just so crazy that this whole word thing has been on me. And so I keep coming in contact with people, even when we get DoorDash. Like I was telling Elise, I'm like, everybody just seems so sad. Everybody comes to the door, and I mean, some people are like, well, they work for DoorDash. That don't mean shit.
That's real talk, because I met some happy niggas at McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't tell me, okay?
That's McDonald's?
She's worked at McDonald's.
I worked at McDonald's.
But no,
Girl, I
but
didn't know what's going
seriously, like, it you know, that shouldn't dictate your view on anything. Like, we're, you know, like, you can control that, but I'm learning that a lot of people don't submit to that. They submit to their environment. And so you're either going to create your future, or you're going to be assigned one. And so when he said, I'll try, and I was like, why would you say that? Like, why would you say I'll try? Like what made you, like, what's so? And I get life happens, right? But I guess because life has happened to me, but it's like I can't, like, submit to that, because I with my dreams, with my goals, with my vision, that type of thinking doesn't allow me to reach, doesn't allow me to go there, doesn't allow me to excel or to evolve. You see what I'm saying? So it was just another thing that kind of was weighing on me. And I was thinking about the future of this podcast, and I was like, okay, what else are we going to talk about? You know, like, you know, you kind of get the jitters. Like, I don't know, like, are we going to run out of topics, or, you know, and that's not the case. I believe that just like songs, God will give them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And lately it's been clearer to me, a part of our assignment with this podcast is to encourage. We've talked about church, and we've talked about how a lot of churches just kind of like beat people up because of their sin. And so there's not a lot of encouragement, unless the encouragement is to come back here next Sunday. Which is fine if you're giving more than that. You see what I'm saying? But I'm realizing a lot of people are not they don't have hope. They don't have. It's just, I don't know. They just feel hopeless and helpless, and it's just like you don't have to submit to that. Like, you literally can change your life just changing how you talk. I've experienced it. I'm a living witness. I'm experiencing it now. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, I really think that, I'm not saying that, we're not going to continue to do what we do, because we will. But I think that I do want to make sure that people know, that are watching, that are listening, that I don't care what the situation is, the thing that you have the vision for, the thing that God is telling you, the thing that you feel led to, like, you absolutely can do this thing. You absolutely can live better. You absolutely can have better. You absolutely can experience peace and joy and all of this stuff. And that's why I want us to also make sure that, we transparent in the future seasons to come. You're going to learn more about me. You're going to learn more about Kevin and Christian, because, I mean, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of us having this podcast if we can't be transparent? You know what I'm saying? If we can't share our experiences, because a lot of you may experience very similar things. And why would I keep you from graduating or evolving? Because I don't want to say nothing.
Right.
So.
We got through it for a reason. Like, the reason that we were able to overcome and to be able to even sit here and tell our stories to help other people. I think of so many times, things I went through, even my best friend, what made her my best friend, and what the reason that I call her twin is not because we look alike, but because
y'all tall?
We are tall.
Yeah, I'm taller. Not tall. I'm like y'all 7'2".
Anyway, we are tall. But what connected me to her is that she shared her story one day at church, but it was actually helping me. It was something that she overcame, but it was actually helping me get through the current situation I was in. It was the confirmation that I needed in that moment. And I think about, if she didn't get up on there, because we were at church at the time, and if she didn't get up on that pulpit and tell her testimony, that wouldn't have in that moment delivered me from what I was going through. So I think about that all the time. Like, you know what? Like, I have to share my story. I have to tell people, you can get through this, even when you feel like you're down on your knees and you don't have nothing else. Like, okay, there's just no way out for you. I'm here to tell you that there is a way out and that you can get through it. I thought that way, a year ago or whatnot. And I think about, like, each and every one of us, like, this is just season 1. Like, imagine us now this, what month is this? April? Okay.
Almost May.
Yeah. So it's April right now. Imagine when we come out with season 2. Like, I just can only imagine, like, what place we're going to be in. Like, because we are all evolving. We're all in different seasons in our lives. So I'm just excited just to see, like, where we're going to be at, in a few months.
Yeah.
For sure.
So. And we'll be able to, because we're recording these conversations, so we'll be able to now then be like, remember when I said, because even last week, I don't even know if y'all know this. Last week when we recorded, I was like, I'm getting ready. I was telling y'all about reaction content and how it's so good and how it does so well. And then I posted that video.
Boom.
And went viral.
And it's still going crazy.
Because that, what you was saying,
Victor,
Draylon had me under the floor.
But
when them other two ran out that door.
Oh, you talking about the one I did today?
Oh my God, with the bird,
bro.
I said no.
Bro, church content, like you will always have church content. You always have church content.
Sure.
Y'all be doing the donkey.
Hee-haw.
So speaking of donkey, I probably has nothing to do with this. So I saw something online that we're gonna we can talk about this for a little bit before we kind of wrap things up. Well, we 30 minutes
I was
in.
supposed to say already.
I mean, we literally started, but I mean this be a nice little conversation.
Okay.
So,
can I ask a question?
Sure.
Just back on the dream. I got a question for you. I don't know if you've ever told me your dream, but do you ever feel like your dream is like smaller than everybody else's sometimes?
Absolutely.
How do you overcome that?
Because it's not.
Well, then that's it. But
no, but like how do you overcome it? Because it's not.
You can look at your other, and I'm asking that because I've sometimes looked at like my other peers and been like, oh, it seems like their dream is bigger than mine and it's actually working for them. And it's like, am I thinking too small or is mine smaller than theirs?
You better think big. I'm just kidding.
You ain't cussed on the
Baby.
podcast. You could have just said it. It's the season finale. You just go ahead and just say it.
I would have peed on myself. But how do
We'll
you
have
feel
to
like
clean
you
that up, bro?
clean it up?
The P.
The P.
Somebody peed on themselves?
You just said you was about to be.
Mine ate up. Christian,
Oh.
go ahead. Tell us more about it. Just go ahead.
What, pissing?
Please.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Tell me, well, not just me, but them, how people may be able to overcome feeling like their dream is smaller than everybody else's.
I think that kind of, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of goes into comparison as well. Like,
Yeah.
and we, what the
That's
Bible
good.
said, comparison is a thief of joy. So even I have to check myself a lot of times because I do find myself comparing to others, especially dealing with my last situation and being like, dang, like they're able to be happy. They're able to do this. They're flourishing, but you don't know what people go through behind closed doors.
Facts.
So
Facts.
when I feel like I'm starting to compare my dream and compare my goals to others, I just kind of have to take that step back, honestly, and just be like, you know what? God is going to supply it for me, whatever it may be. And sometimes I'm still trying to figure out what that dream is because my life was shaken up so much, like shaken down to the core. And I realized that God had to break me down because the foundation was so shaky. And so he had to break me down so much that I'm rediscovering everything. So what are my dreams? What are my goals? What are my aspirations? Who am I? Hello? Good morning? Like, who is... is my name Christian?
Hey, that's good though. That's good.
So for me, like, it's a learning experience for me. Like, I'm learning to walk in my confidence. I'm learning to recognize what I bring to the table. I'm learning to recognize, you know what? I even like on my job, I'm going for a promotion, and I'm really, especially dealing with the podcast or whatnot, like I'm really speaking that promotion. But like I had to realize, okay, on paper, some of these people look like they could get it over me. On paper, like, okay, you got a little bit more tenure on me, or you've been doing this a little bit longer than me, but I know I got what it takes or whatnot. So I had confidence in myself, period. I have confidence in myself. And the thing is, if I don't get that promotion, I know God got bigger and better for me.
And it's
Period.
again back to that trust thing. You literally just sitting in that trust. Like I what else am I gonna do?
Yeah, and I was just telling somebody, I was like, if it's meant to be, it'll be. And it's not me saying I'm doubting. I'm not doubting that God can do it. But what I'm saying is, if that's not what God has for me right now, then it's not going to be, and I'm okay with it. I'm done fighting with God on, and not to like go too deep into it, but like I'm done fighting it. Like if that's not what you want from me, then I ain't gonna have it, Bookie, and that's all right. I'll go cry my tears and I'm gonna get back up and whatever. But like that's just my. I hope I answered your question.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Because I know some people may look at us like we're musically inclined and we do certain things, but your dream may be different from what
we
you see
do.
your brothers do. So it's
Right.
like, okay, with your dream possibly being in a different field or in a different type of quote unquote category, do you feel like sometimes you compare yourself to others or be like, well, their dream is this and mine is this? I've always wondered that because a lot of people, I've experienced people doing that.
Yeah.
And I've been on them like, no, like, just because I have a microphone in my hand and I'm standing before a church doesn't mean with you doing nails, makeup, or somebody's taxes that you're not able to like minister to them or impact their lives.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that necessarily deals with the dream, but I think that what God has given us as a dream somehow, some way affects those who are around us. So even if it's you being an author, if it's you like Asia designing bags or consultation for women with low self-esteem or becoming a therapist, something that you're doing impacts another life.
Yeah.
So do we dummy down what we think really impacts somebody's life as far as church and being on the stage versus you maybe having that more personable touch with whatever your field is?
For sure.
So I always think about, I always wanted to ask you that.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of times for me right now, and again, I said like I'm rediscovering and I'm just, and I realize right now my dream isn't a certain thing necessarily.
Gotcha.
It's a certain feeling right now. Like I dream of that unexplainable peace. I dream of having that stability, and whatever that stability looks like for me, that's what I want. I'm still working towards, small things or whatnot. But like to say, oh, this is my dream, I'm going to get there, I can't say that right now.
And I freaking love that. Which is why I asked her what I asked her. Because again, people may think that they're supposed to have it all together, but maybe my dream is not something that's tangible.
Right.
Maybe it is a peace of mind or being, stable. I'm glad you said that though, because I kind of almost feel like that's where I am now. Like I love music, but I would love to be on the Grammy stage one day or go on a national tour with somebody and have my own tour. But I think I just want to really impact people's lives to live a life that is fulfilling for them. And if they are a Christian, to live a life that is fulfills out what God has for you. Yeah. Like bump the church stuff. Like what is God specifically saying to you? And can you fulfill that? I think somebody asked me that, Draylon, a long time ago. When I had first started doing music, they was like, what's your not dream or mission? Like, what is the thing that you're going to stand on? Like, for every person, it may be different. Like, this singer may be like, I just want people to usher people into the presence of God. Mine has always been, I want people to be not enthused.
Impacted?
No. Not encouraged. Motivated.
Okay.
I want people to see my life or hear my music and be motivated to get to know God more. If I know that that's what I'm doing through everything that I'm doing, I'm straight. I don't need the Grammys. I would love the Grammys and those accolades, but to know that a life is impacted by what I bring to the table means more to me than a dollar amount. Yeah. And I'm so serious about that. The day the lady wrote the card for me from Triumph and said, it's just the simple things. Thank you for stopping and talking to me. I know at that moment I impact your life where you may have had a bad day or may have felt unseen, but me taking at least 2 to 3 minutes before I have to go do a sound check to ask you how you doing, that fulfills me.
But that's what kind of goes into the whole your dream evolves with you, because like for me, like I always knew I wanted to help people. I always had the heart to care and help people and, see the impact or whatnot. But like, I never knew in what arena would I help them.
Got you.
And now I have a better idea because of the things I've been through and what I've experienced and what life has taught me. Now I'm like, oh, that's what I'm helping you in. Okay. I wouldn't, a couple years ago, I would have never been able to be like, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah.
I think that we get it twisted in what we're truly here for. Because as a child, as a kid, you think, oh, I want to be a singer.
Yeah.
I just want to be a singer. Little do you know that singer is pushed to the front because of their story. And because of how they present their story, that's, why they're famous. And so we see the glitz and glam, and that goes with any profession, right? So I think that's when ego gets in the way. So when you ask her the question of, do you feel like, your dream or what it is that you do isn't as big or as impactful as somebody else's? I think that if we remove the ego and if we remove the like what's tied to it, like, because we do music. So then you think, concerts, crowds, money, house, all that stuff that kind of goes with that image. But it's like, what's the intention?
Right.
What's the intention? So I had to ask myself, so that's what I'm saying with this podcast. Like, let me make sure this is intentional. I used to tell Bernard this all the time, like especially when we do concerts and all that stuff. It has to be intentional. Why are we doing this? You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I'm an artist, and to some people it may look like, oh, that's so cool, but it's just like because there's an intention behind it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a purpose, it's a calling behind it. And if whatever it is for you that that you're allowing God to just kind of take you on this journey, just allow him to do it, and just know that it's going to do what it needs to do for you and for somebody else.
Yeah.
And when it's working like that, it's when you start answering people's problems, when you start solving problems, like that's when it just starts to like work for you, because it's not about you.
Right.
It's not about you, and we live in a world where everything is just about us. It's about us and how we feel, and us, and we never consider anybody else. And if we considered other people, I think that a lot of us will have career changes.
Whew. You just said a mouthful there. Because I sure would be like, all right, bye. I'm going to sit at somebody's desk and type all day.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it was truly about other people, most of us wouldn't be the center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
If it was about other people, like, or if we were, we would find ways to still make it about other. You see what I'm saying? Like, so we just got to check the heart, check the intention. But
that was, that intention word was good too, because you being intentional about what you're doing and knowing what your goal is will also help you not let the dream die.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Your why. I learned this a long time ago. What is your why? So in anything that you do, there's a reason why. If you do something, they'll be like, why'd you do that? I don't know. No, there's a reason why you did it. You see what I'm saying? So with everything we do, we got to make sure we know why. And if we know why, like the reason, like I told y'all, I wanted to make sure that I'm working out and working on my finances and all that stuff. I got a baby on the way. Like that's my why. You know, and then it made me realize, you know, it's important. I need it, you know, like I'm so used to giving, but then you just got to look at yourself and be like, all right, I need to make sure that I work on me too. And so just making sure that intention is pure.
Got you.
Keep the intention pure.
That's good.
Yeah, y'all, you know, the season finale, we had to get, you know, deep on y'all. Just a little bit, just a little bit.
I felt myself choking up a little bit. I said, not the season finale we cry.
Oh my
Wait till
goodness.
season 2 at least.
If you would have cried,
I would have understood.
I would have laughed.
Are you
See,
crazy?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna
My
laugh.
stomach
would've
is
been
hurting,
like-
and you gonna make me poop.
talking about
Please don't. This room's small, door closed. It's already hot. Please don't do that.
oh God. Talking about-
What's up, everybody? Listen, for all of our small businesses, all of our entrepreneurs, listen, we have an opportunity for you to. We want to shout your business out for free right here on the Dream Lab podcast. All you have to do is send us an email with information about your business, your social handles, all of that stuff. If you want to send us a sample, that would be great too. But anyway, we're going to shout your business out for free right here on the podcast, just like how this advertisement is in the middle of the episode. Your advertisement for your business can be in the middle of this episode. So all you got to do is send us an email to dreamlabpod@gmail.com. Jax, I'm trying to record a video, bro. That's right. Send us an email to dreamlabpod@gmail.com. And we will respond if we need any more information, or we will respond and let you know what episode that your advertisement will be on. So make sure that you take advantage of this, because this opportunity, this free opportunity, it's not going to last long. So get it in while you can. All right. Enjoy the rest of the episode. All right. So I saw this on Facebook today, and I thought this would be something interesting to share, because I think this just kind of shows the state of society, especially on social media. It was a guy, he posted on Twitter, I just blocked and deaded friendships with 4 of my homeboys. I had back surgery literally a whole month ago, and not one of those niggas checked on your boy. I ain't said shit. I just blocked and let it be what it is. Niggas wasn't my real friends. Now, that's a whole point, but then people on Twitter got to, you know, how they got to, oh, he's soft, oh, he gay, you know, they threw all of those type of terms out because of how he kind of set some boundaries in his life. So first of all, I mean, we obviously don't agree with the foolishness on Twitter and what people got to say about that. But how did we feel about this situation?
I'm stuck on you lame individuals calling somebody gay because of him voicing
That's
his
what I'm
opinion.
saying. They called it sassy, whatever they term
Okay,
they be
sassy,
using.
whatever.
And I
Y'all-
hate that.
People
I
are
really-
so in.
I hate that so
They're
bad.
not intelligent. They're very dumb.
Yeah.
Now, I will say
Taking the glasses
this
back off.
to the young man that posted it: you opened yourself up to that.
Facts. You did.
Now, I can understand being emotional in that moment, but your emotions drove you to be the butt of everybody's joke. With that post, was he wrong? I probably wouldn't have posted it, but your feelings is valid. But you should have expressed that to your friends. If they really were your friends, I would tell you like, hey, my nigga, I done had back surgery, been down, ain't none of y'all called to check on me, but me making a post, what is it fixing? And you blocking them without telling them what's going on.
Facts.
Yeah.
So how do they get any better? How do they
Right.
know what they did?
Exactly.
Like we just keeps using the word evolve. You have to give us a chance to evolve with you. Maybe I didn't know you needed me
It's
in that capacity. Yeah, but if you don't set them and tell them, nigga, like, okay, you blocked me, so now what? You just lost 4 friends? No.
And it's also because, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you call yourself my friend and I just had a major surgery like that, I would want you to reach out and check on me. I would want that. Like, we would all want that. But then again, it's just like certain friends I don't expect that from. I think sometimes we have certain expectations of people, and when they don't meet those expectations, we get upset. But did you ever, like you said, set those expectations in the first place? Like, what is the dynamic of your friendship? Like, is this like your best friends? Like, are these people, you know what I mean? So
They're probably smoking and drinking and screwing together.
oh well,
That's
and
what it's giving. You know what I'm saying?
is.
Like,
it is. And like you said, just blocking them and not saying nothing. Okay,
toxic.
It is kind of, it is toxic, because
Yeah.
where do you go?
I ain't gonna call you soft, but I'm definitely gonna say it's toxic. I mean, your feelings are valid, but how do you not have a conversation with your friends to tell them this is how I felt when you did this?
I think so I get that he, as far as like the point of him not communicating, right? But is he justified in how he feels?
Yeah.
Okay. So because I feel like that's the one point, like I feel like everybody skated over the fact that, and I guess because the friends are not the one that's on the post, so it's kind of hard to like hold them accountable. They're not even here. Like, you're the one that
You
made the
blocked
post, and you blocked them, right? So it's just like, was he justified in I guess not, because you didn't communicate.
But
didn't
also, like,
communicate.
we don't know, like, is this a multiple time? Like, has this happened before?
Right.
And I've told you multiple times, like,
that's
hey,
true.
I
We don't
need
have
you
a
in
full
this.
story.
You know what I mean?
I assume like this is just a one-time thing. Like, it just,
yeah.
because it's not like I feel like he would have said it then. Like, these niggas always do that. They don't never check on your boy. So I'm done with these niggas. Then I would have been like, yeah, block them niggas.
No, I feel like that's what it is. Even the tone and temperament of it. You're not getting pissed like that off of a one-time thing. This person has felt like this by them for a long time, and he just didn't speak up. Now he's reached his week's end. If I'm wrong, sir, you can always comment and let us know. But that's
At him in the
yeah.
Yep.
I kind of feel like that's what it is, because I feel like I've been there before,
I know I have.
where I just been like what's going on? Like, anybody noticing what's going on? Anybody checked on me to see, how I'm feeling? But again, it kind of goes back to, like, how did you vet them out as your friends? Like, did you check their character and different things before y'all came cool? Or did y'all just have a common ground of smoking and drinking and going out on the weekends and decided to call each other friends?
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, when I realized, like, I had been super vulnerable with a select few amount of people, and when I was vulnerable in that moment, it was a certain level of, like, I'm giving you something here, right? And how certain people handled me giving that, it caused me to move accordingly. You know what I mean? Like, were my feelings hurt? Yes, my feelings were definitely hurt, because I gave you something so, like, I can't
You're
describe.
here.
Yeah.
I let you in my circle of trust.
Yes, and I gave you something so, like, yeah, whatever. I don't know why I keep trying to go back to it now if I can't find the word. Anyway, y'all find the word for me. Thank you. But I gave this to you, and you didn't handle it with care.
Yeah.
And so with that, I'm not going to say I'm going to block you.
Right. I do feel like that was extreme. Yeah.
I'm not blocking you, but at the same time, now I know that I'm not going to trust you with something as valuable again.
Okay.
So different friends serve different purposes.
Yeah.
So, like, you still my friend, we still cool or whatnot, but if I go through another life-changing thing, you are not the person I'm coming to.
Facts.
So
it's like you just gotta.
you
find
learn
your
from
way
it
with
and you
people,
grow
yeah.
from it. You
Yeah,
know what I
you-
mean?
yep.
Every single experience, you learn from it and grow from it. Now, if it's something that's just like disrespectful,
Yeah.
okay, then I'm
Yeah.
blocking you. Then I'm cutting you off. I might cuss you out before I do it, and then I'm gonna do it. But like, that.
Yeah, I think that is a bit wild. Now that I say it out loud, I mean, like I sided. I think I was more so siding with him because I didn't like the way people was trying to call him sassy, because it was just like, we live in this time now where if a man really like states how he feels and kind of sets a boundary, especially when it has something to do with women, then it's kind of like, oh, he's being sassy. It's almost like women can be the only ones that kind of have set boundaries. But that's because of a lot of the things that women have dealt with for so long. So it's kind of like we it's this men and women battle. That's why it's always what do you bring to the table? You should pay 50-50. All of these conversations that are totally unnecessary if we just get to the root of the issue. You see what I'm saying? And respect is that. Respect is that. Now I feel like blocking them was extreme, and so maybe if that's what they're calling sassy, is the blocking.
I mean, I wouldn't even go to the extreme that it's sassy, though. I just feel like you were emotional in that moment and you acted on your emotions. I don't immediately think that's sassy.
But that's what's wrong with the world. Anything where you're showing some type of emotion as a man,
yeah,
they automatically deem it as something gay. And it's like, it's 2024. What man is not expressing
his emotions?
Right. Now, I do understand people are brought up in different households in different forms, but come on now.
But that's why you have to evolve. That's why you have to be aware of that stuff, because if not, you'll end up like Tom from the gym, where you just kind of have a one-track mind because of your experiences and what you've been around. You have to graduate from that shit. You have to like grow up and be like, okay, the things I used to do, I don't do no more. You know, when I was a child, I spoke like a child, but I'm grown now. So grown people don't call other grown people sassy for stating how they feel or expressing themselves.
And y'all not emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, we lacking a lot of that stuff. A lot of times it's from people who are single.
Yeah,
they're not even in a relationship. And this is not a shot to single people, but a lot of single people, those are the ones that like saying stuff like that. You can't be in a marriage. You couldn't be in a serious relationship and you think like that. Not a serious one.
Yeah.
Calling your nigga sassy because he mad. Like,
because I express my emotions to Elise all the time. And she got one time to call me sassy. But she wouldn't do that because she doesn't think. You see what I'm saying? Like
she don't holler.
But she don't think like that. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like I know that I could date somebody who could accept me crying. Like I remember I heard a girl one time I was working with, and she was like, we were talking about a situation where like a guy crying in front of a girl, and she was like, she would like laugh if he like expressed himself and started crying. She would laugh. Like it wouldn't take him serious, and then kind of like not sure about this relationship now because you showing emotion. I said, "Ooh, baby, you could never date me because I be crying."
But be the main ones like complaining about somebody not expressing their feelings, or you wondering why he's going out expressing his feelings to somebody else because he can't express them to you.
Exactly.
Because men do have emotions. Right. I don't know why y'all think.
I don't know why
that we don't.
Because we do.
And the world has kind of. Well, I ain't gonna say the world because I think nowadays men are more in tune. I don't want to say with their femininity, but they're more in tune with how they feel. It's nothing wrong with that, and finding healthy ways to express it.
Yeah.
But that's weird for you to call somebody sassy because they decided to block somebody. Like, but y'all be the main. Well,
but you got to think. You got to look at it like this, bro. Before people truly analyzed people, they judge people based off of their characteristics, right? So men were always macho, so men were the strong ones. So men did this and men didn't do that, and women did this and women didn't do that. That's how we were able to identify. Obviously, besides the anatomy, it's how you operated. So it was like, growing up, I was told boys don't cry. You see what I'm saying? Like I was told that growing up. So we have to understand that crying has nothing to do with your gender. Crying has nothing to do with your sexuality. Crying has everything to do with your emotions, and we all have them. But that's not really taught. You see what I'm saying? That's not what's put before us. So I think that we're just in this weird transition stage.
Yeah.
I think that we're in a really weird transition stage in life where we're experiencing things being either roles being reversed or things just being different than how they used to be back in the day.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I think 30, 40 years from now, it'll be more of a common place where we'll start to be like, oh yeah, this is the way. Right now, things are shifting because technology, because of TikTok. We can scroll and we be like, nigga, I did not know that that this was done in this type of country and all of that stuff because of knowledge and what we know now. Like,
that's why they trying to take it from us.
I don't. Did they said Joe Biden signed something?
Y'all got a year.
We got a year. It's gone. My first viral video, and they about to get rid of TikTok. That's
it's okay. We gonna figure out how to convert.
Yep. We got a year
into streams or into Instagram.
That's crazy.
So, with that being said, everyone, this is the end of episode 10.
We did it. Yeah. We
We
did
didn't even
it.
do our
Ooh.
handle dance.
Oh, well, hit it right now. Hit it right now. Hit it right now. Make sure you
Episode
follow them on
10.
IG, on all the social platforms. Make sure you follow me because I'm funny.
Yeah,
He is.
I'll be funny sometimes. Follow me and like my
No, he
content.
funny all the time.
Do that, please. Thank you. God bless. But
God
no,
bless.
I really appreciate y'all rocking with us this full season. This has been incredible. This has been amazing. I'll probably cry in the car tomorrow. But no, it's been a lot of fun.
You be crying like that for real?
Yeah, like
You
at
my
least
nigga,
every
bro.
other day.
For real though. Like not I don't know BS. You
It
my
don't be
nigga for that.
like sobbing, but
Nah,
it-
but just sometimes
yeah.
it hits you. You my nigga. A lot of niggas don't be in tune with that. But go ahead.
oh no, I once you do that, it's so much release that comes with that. But we'll say that for season 2.
Yeah, we
Season
will.
2 is we're gonna take it up a notch. Things is gonna be slightly different for the better.
So if you couldn't handle this,
Listen, if you can't handle season 1,
baby,
you don't even watch season 2. But if you truly rock with us, if you truly like it, if you truly enjoy it, make sure that you share, subscribe, tell people about it. And we're gonna continue to knock out these episodes and just bring more conversation and just inspire everyone to just continue to dream, continue to build on that dream, continue to trust in God, and just be a good person. Be a good person and like wash your drawers.
all right, you were doing good.
Is that not another point that should be talked about?
Yes, but
Washing
like
drawers?
Yes.
Cause y'all not y'all so weird and
You see what I'm saying?
that y'all don't even like washing in between y'all cheeks. Y'all are some
And we talked about that on
nasty
episode
Negroes.
1, and nobody. And you know what? I should have shared that. I think I just might in the upcoming week since we got some time because season 2 is coming in June. We'll have the official date out. It's probably gonna be like the first week in June, second week of June, but we'll have the official date out. But we talked about that in episode 1 about niggas not.
That's just
you know,
weird.
that's so weird. That's nasty.
But y'all let the water run down, but you won't take a cloth and just swipe. Y'all nasty. But everything's gay. Got it.
swiping, no swiping.
Get that crust
That's what's
out
taught
of
in
there.
a toxic male university. Swiping, no
Yeah.
swiping.
So y'all watch Dora. Huh? Anyway, gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. Thank you so much. Again, we love y'all. Thank you for watching the Dreamlight Podcast. Season
Yes.
1. We've wrapped this thing up. We'll see y'all for season 2. God
Love
bless.
ya. Sorry. I really was hoping the tears would come, but they didn't.
Not you about to force him.
I was like,
With the noise.
like-
She said,
All I thought about was the man on Ayanna Van Zandt.